a second. I got to get your life.
I feel like I have the hammer of Thor right now.
Calm down. I'm like, hold on.
Okay.
Nope.
I have the
There.
power of grace.
Now live.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'd like to bring us out of executive session. We do have one official motion on the legal side that will be made, and I'll turn that over to Commissioner Shainfeld.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to approve documents as prepared and authorize chairman to sign.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We had Doc Wendling with the win and a second. And do we have any further discussion? All right,
As it relates to personnel.
all in favor with an eye?
Aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Okay, and then the only other piece of business is the board is authorizing Gene Legursky, Director of Public Works, to continue to investigate real estate options for Public Works. So, and no motion needed for that, just letting you know. So, all right, with that being said, for good of the order, does anyone have anything good of the order?
Yeah.
Okay, go with the yeah.
Oh, I have a bunch. Well, I won't elaborate, but Commissioner Wendling and Shainfeld and I attended the Williams Field opening at Wamsutter on Friday regarding a 300 million investment in 5 new wells and a hydrogen hub. So if you two want to add more to that, I'll leave it at that. I attended the federal agency meeting with the chamber. We will have one tomorrow morning, 7:30. And I attended P&Z and we gave a printed copy of the federal land resource use plan to the P&Z members who helped, did the work sessions that helped us develop that plan. So if any of you want a hard copy of it, and thanks to purchasing for preparing those, they are in the planning and zoning office downstairs. Oh, I attended a communications joint powers board orientation with Cindy Johnson yesterday. I want to thank the staff at the communications center for doing a great job. They gave us a tour. They provided an adopted policy, which I think would be good to share with some of our other boards. They adopted a formal board seating and orientation of board members. And so they've outlined a process for orienting their new members. And I just want to thank Rick Hawkins and the staff over there for a great job of reaching out to try to fill that void. And they have been doing orientations. And they did do it with our last appointee. I just want to clarify on that point that they have been doing that. And I think most of our agencies have. So thank you for that. And it was very informative for me to be able to participate and learn more about a joint communication center. Attended the airport board meeting, and Devin's working on orientation for Sean Valentine, who is our new appointee. And I believe that was my month. Thank you.
Any other good for the order?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Commissioner Smith.
I'd just like to say thank you for the support. As many of you often know, there's often business that or things that are time sensitive and need to be taken care of. In this case, the grant for sheriff's office, they signed it by a certain date. There was $15,000 more available than if it was after another date. So thanks for the support in that and ratifying things that come our way in the off season, as I will say, between meetings.
Okay. Thank you. Any other good of the order? I had just a couple. Met with Bailey at Castle Rock last week just to get an update of the transition. And one of the biggest struggles they're having is finding workable space. And so I did recommend that her and the board come to us next week just to explore options if we may have any space that may be available and give us an update of where they're at on that. I've attended multiple meetings, enterprise meeting, which a couple of us were at, library board meeting last night, been at conservation district. Also attended the planning and zoning meeting. Want to thank Kelly Richards for stepping in and running that meeting. You did a good job. And I think the last piece of business is we are in September. And as we get a little bit closer to October, November, I do still think it would behoove of us to maybe have a work session with some of our local legislators to talk about what they see as important issues coming up, and maybe talking with some of our department heads, elected officials about issues we may want to go to our elected officials about and start talking about in a unified fashion of how we move toward those. And I think that would be a huge benefit. So if it's okay with you, we can talk about this at a later date, but if it's okay with you, Commissioner Smith, and the rest of the commission, I wouldn't mind taking lead and kind of organizing something down the road before sometime in November, so we can be prepared for some legislative session stuff. Any other good of the order? All right, hearing none, we will be going into adjournment, but I do want to give a little bit of heads up that we will take a break because I think we're all probably quickly ready for that. I do want to thank Candy for the events complex because those cookies were pretty phenomenal. I just have to be honest. I'm going to eat Jeff's since she's not here. And we
Nice
do
work.
have two other meetings after this. We will have a Board of Equalization meeting after our regular session meeting. And then as soon as we're done with Board of Equalization, we will also have a policy and procedure workshop on Chapter 5 changes. So with that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Got a second?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. With that, we will go ahead and we are out of commission, regular commission meeting for 9/20/22. So before we go into Board of Equalization, would everyone like a 10 or 15-minute break?
Yes.
10 or 15.
10, get it on.
Should we go 13 and say 9:20? 12:20?
Sure.
Okay. All right. We will come back for Board of Equalization at 12:20.